Greetings, one and all. I'm Kerrik52. And this is the episode where we fight against the darkness in 3 ways. Literally fighting the forces of evil, dealing with those odd shadows, and also turning on the generator. So I agonized about my setup a little bit, going back and forth about weapons. So at this moment I put my strongest weapon, the worn sword, into the smaller team just so they have a fighting chance. I also put down the rope here because we won't need it for a while. So let's get going. We got a mallet and an encounter. This is nothing. One nice thing about doing calls like that is that I don't think the other party can get a random encounter. So you technically gain on doing so? Not that this part of the game is very resource intensive since we're nice and leveled up. Alright, I survived. And then for posterity's sake, smash all of this stuff. I think this is the only part in the game where you can smash like rubble like this. And it is technically optional to boot. But you never know. There we go. I think... yeah, I can leave the tonic. So I did grab a tonic upstairs. My intent is to restore everyone once we've gone into a few more fights. Oh, this is bad. Emmy, no! Where did she end up? Oh. That wasn't so bad. See if we can save her. Cool. Team back up. Let me swap back to Kaso so I can menu a bit easier. Wow, they really don't want me to get through here. I think I'm good on planks. I do want this though. Fire extinguisher. And these are more replacement items, so a broom and some matches. Just place this here. Oh! Easy peasy. Oh, come on! Nothing happened. Oh yeah, I think this is a one-way door actually, but it still requires a key, weirdly enough. What does this say? Flashlight, shadows. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Still not afraid of no ghosts. Do appreciate the free XP. Bit more troublesome. So you do get a pretty sizable amount of steps for a call like that. If you miss the call, if you miss the call, then you have to do it again, and the other party gets another set of steps for you to spend. We can fix this. There we go. As you can imagine, this place is hell if both parties don't have a wax candle. So it's worth the space. Okay, now for the fun part. So we have a board. We have another one. Let me grab this. Let's check the stats for Taguchi here quickly. So 15, 15. And then we grab. I said we grab. There. A club. Oh, wait, I checked the wrong character. So 14, 11. 40, 11. 15, 15. Okay, no, it wasn't the wrong character. They just have the same stats. So, very bad against ghosts, but kick-ass otherwise. $34 damage. So yeah, not surprising that a skull, or a snake in a skull is weak to physical. So now the Taguchi team is pretty strong, all things considered. What do you have to say? Yeah, generator. This is just an optional way through here. It's much easier to go down below. Now we can defeat you. Yeah, so somehow your special items are dependent on your stats, and your stats are dependent on your weapons, so... Yes, the club makes the camera more powerful. It's pretty cool! I like it. Very useful. Since this team is all spruced up, I think I'll get that knife or whatever for the trio. How strong are you at this point? Strong enough? What's my clue here? Our 10th anniversary and our first son is born. It's not an actual clue, but more of a story thing. Ooh, a switchblade. I think this thing is stupidly strong. Let's give that to Emmy. Anything good? Rune Spear. Eh. Head north for the East Garden. Ah. Kinda like how in Yakuza, I think the... What is it? The East Park is to the north of the map, and that upsets me to this day. Kinda surprised one of these hasn't hit me yet. We can dump one of these. Come on. Ow. 3 entire damage. Time to be careful, because this is a double chasm, and double chasms are bad, as you can imagine. Ah, that club is so good. But there is a certain other thing here. See that boulder? That boulder is bad news. So let me just grab this. And move out of the way! I don't remember if that's an instant kill, but I'm pretty sure that's an instant kill. Keep them coming. I like free XP. Then we can deal with this. Sure, I'll fight this one. I want to spend some prayer points anyway. Come on. It's not that bad as long as you spend some prayer points at this point in the game. Anything else fun around? Another one? Then I'm gonna call for assistance. Oh, she's been caught. Uh-oh. Can't really do much here. Well, nothing but a prayer. Yes. Okay. You know what that is? That is my sign to actually spend a tonic. Because we're low on prayer points, and we're gonna need them. I have 2 on me, so that makes for a good exchange. Let's get into one more fight then. And I'll swap to Akiko, so that she is first in the turn order. Five damage. Here we go. Never mind. This thing won't survive. What's your deal? Thank you for the vote of confidence. Easy peasy. Might as well grab this since I'm spending another one. And I'm not really walking back here later, so... Guess I'll take it. Call for help. Let's eat this tonic. Look at those stats. Did I hit level 5 with everyone? Looks like it. And all of a sudden, I have a bunch of prayer points. Let's poke around upstairs first. Nah. Good warning. The game plays a bit of a softball here at the start, because the next trap isn't like instant death. It's still bad news. But later on, there are some rooms that are barely even worth entering because of how difficult they are to get through. That's some good damage. Okay, Emmy's turn. So I really like the interplay between the two parties and how you have to balance your inventories, but also the fact that your inventories are a bit fluid, because they depend on which characters you combine. I'm trying to keep things simple by having static parties most of the time. But you can easily screw yourself over by accidentally doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. Or putting the wrong item with the wrong person, and then you get separated, and then bad things happen. We have found the garden. A fire extinguisher there. And then... take this team here. Uh-oh. Time to go. Before they die. Easy. Let's see how much damage that was, I'm curious. Okay, wasn't that bad. Seems like only Asuka took the brunt of it. A knight waits in a room with lightning. He sure does. Demonstrate your prey power if you need to take an object. Okay. Can I just crush this with these two? I sure can! Let's Hit it with some prayer. Free spear. And grab this too. Can I enter here? No. I can open this door though. Same trap as before. Done. Is this a new fight? A dog. Ow. Stupid dog. Making me look bad. That's it. I'm getting my mallet. I don't know why the dogs are weak to mallets, but that's kind of hilarious. Flashlight up here. Spear goes from one knight to another. Yeah, that makes sense. How about we get you a new weapon, Kazuo? Silver axe. Those are some numbers. And these are some tonics. Time to enter the garden by solving this puzzle. Which one is it now? Hey! The Risen! Could use the support here. Poison, of course. Let's just beat him up and see what happens. Yeah, physical damage is the stuff. We can heal her quickly. Okay, you two had the spear. And then... the wall fell! The world is now our oyster. Or at least this garden. Time for some more mallet action. I know this is a 8-bit game, so we shouldn't question the logic of breaking a bunch of boulders with a mallet, but I can't help but doing so. It's a fun image, especially if you've seen the movie and know what Kazuo is like. He doesn't strike me as a man who can break stone with his physical strength. I think we're pretty set on weapons at this point. There are of course better one and some strong enemies to run into later, but for the general riffraff, this is quite alright. Get rid of this. Right. Emmy. A lot of parts where they want you to use 2 items, again to reinforce the party dynamics. Hello? The generator. Yes. I think the next zone is when you run into some really troublesome enemies. The sort of thing that might not even... Oh, he almost swiped someone. The sort of thing that you should probably run away from, just because the damage risk compared to the XP isn't that great. So we need to find some gas. And for that I need Asko. Can you two take this? Yeah, 3 turns. It's good to be prepared. It is easy to sort of get lost in all of the weapons and not realize which one is strongest. This one I think Akiko should have. I'm getting my mallet again! Ow! Wow, this place is loaded with enemies. Okay, good, that missed. What thing is this? Another worn sword. Yes, please. Hey, a free mallet. I should give that to the other team. Eat sword. Cure her fast. I'm actually gonna dump the candle. Do the same for this team. Still not impressed. Let's light up this sumbitch. That should light up, I think it's the eastern. There we go. The whole eastern part of the mansion. Yes. So fun fact, trying to turn on the generator is the reason why Taguchi actually ruined everything for everyone in the movie, because he breaks a magical stone formation in order to break open the lock. Doesn't happen in this version though. He's kind of less of an idiot. I guess he wasn't being stupid, not thinking that rocks were magical. Still, towards the audience he was being kinda dumb. And he does get punished for it. Ropes. Ropes are good. I can keep some tonics here, it's fine. Looking over my inventory, so a rope, we're gonna need that soon. Mallet is good. Tonics are also good. And then here, mallet, and then the flashlight. I have one more spot to use that on, then I'm leaving. Nice. That's everything. Time to make my great escape. And enjoy all of this brightness. I think you're toast at this point. Yep. I do so love it when the leveling system makes you big and strong. Back in the hall. And then the other two. I should be able to make it through here without much trouble. I don't think this is a risk. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, that's this part of the mansion completely mastered. Can't really threaten me anymore. And then we remove this, so we have another shortcut. Tough luck. So obviously the threat of the mansion and how it's supposed to grind you down might not work as well as it should in practice, at least when you use weapons correctly. If you're just futzing about, then you're probably in for a bad time. This game isn't impossible to play blind. You're provided with clues, and you can get strong enough to survive. Speaking of strength, let's see, so Kaz over here is level 6. The max level is level 20, I believe, so that gives you a good indicator of how far along we are. There! Back where it started. So we got a mallet and rope. Tonics. And then... yeah, mallet and rope. That's about what you need. Let's check out in here. Yeah. This is a good thing to finish up on, I think. So the game doesn't really have boss fights outside of the final one, but this is effectively a boss fight. It's armor. Let's see how strong it is. Ow! So armor doesn't have weaknesses, I don't think, so I'm just gonna pile on regular attacks. Jesus. Let's grab this one too while we're at it, and then I can spend a tonic, I think. Tonic there, attack here. Good stuff. And we have a free replacement tonic over there. So, one tonic on me. That's probably all I need, since it is a full heal after all. But I'm content with this. We pushed away the darkness, and we got super powerful. What else do you need? Next time, we're gonna see what's on the other side of that door and how these ropes factor into the equation. Until then, farewell.